time. These magazines wanna feature me, cause they know I'm on the rise. But the attention, I'm on a mission. Cause ever since I flipped that switch, my power can't be denied. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. Call me a king, buy me a crown. Oh my, 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 oh my, my, my. I'm leveled up, and this is my world now. This is my world now. So anyone who tried to write me off, tell them they can go and write this down. This is my world now. Pay attention, I'm on a mission. Man with a vision. Got a passion, making it happen. Ready for action. And this is my world now. This is my world now.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Our family started RVing a few years ago, and when I think about all those campfires and fishing trips and sporting events, these are memories that are going to last a lifetime. I want to help others do the same thing. Hi, I'm Kevin Smith, General Manager at the all-new Click It RV in Milton Freewater. People in this community are very familiar with this location and the great service they've always received. So the biggest question we get is, where is Keith? The great news is, Keith is still here.
I've seen a lot of changes. I've seen a lot of things come and go. Through all the changes that we have seen, one thing that has not changed for us is the quality of our service.
Buying an RV is a big purchase, but it should be a fun and happy experience. So whether it be in sales or service or parts, our mission is simple: be the best. From our team here at Click It RV in Milton Freewater, we invite you to come down and experience the difference.
Good evening, race fans, and welcome to Thursday night's coverage of the Northwest Racing Dirt Series, round number 2 at Volusia County Speedway. I'm Terry Radford, here to cover the Dirt Series. Charles Wooten is the producer / if I just get bored and want to have a conversation, we're ready to go. We have 16 drivers ready to take the Volusia Speedway Park. As I'm stupid, I said the wrong name, in Farmersville, Florida. I passed this track a couple times on the way down to Citrus County Speedway. It is legit in the middle of a iRacing. Did a good job of dictating and pictating what's on here, as it really is in the middle of nothing. The palm trees are accurate as well. We're getting close and ready to go. We should have 2 heat races that'll set us up here before we take the feature. 3 minutes left here, and I believe this is qualifying or practice. And it's here. All the drivers have set time. This is practice, I'm hearing in my ear. So Devin West, Ryan Bloom, BJ Duvall, Dan West Jr., Brian Barnes, your top 5 here in practice. We'll get everything else once 2 minutes and 43 seconds ticks down. Been a good week for LSRTV with the Northwest Truck Series and the Northwest Click It RV Fix Series that ran last night. Saw 2 incredible races from the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Now it's time to sling some dirt, which if it's anything like last week, Charles, I'll bring you in on this one. Be here not that long, but we'll be here. It'll feel like an eternity.
Yeah, I believe there's song lyrics in there. You know, I'm not here for a long time, but we're here for good times. It's pretty much how this race is going to go. It ain't going to be a long one, but it's going to be a fun one. I wouldn't say tops an hour with just 2 heat races. We have one more driver than we did last week. We'll take it. That's a win in our book, seeing how, well, about 2 of these are dirt people in this entire league. So we'll take the wins where we can get them.
They will definitely take a win with a minute 43 left in practice. you just got to send it, as the chat says out there. You legit just have to send it. This is for fun. This is an entertaining league. It's going to help these drivers get a little bit more diverse on the side and in the asphalt side. I'm pretty sure it was Devin or one of them in the chat that when we were talking pre-race that said you could take any dirt racer, put them on an asphalt track, and give them 100 laps, and they'll be the fastest thing on the field. We've kind of seen that to be true. Kyle Larson, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is a bit of a dirt guy. He knows how to rip it up at the high side. Tony Stewart, obviously a champion in the sport, multiple-time champion. He come from the dirt background. There's a lot of dirt drivers that come over into the NASCAR side of things that have managed to figure out how to win. But we'll see who adds their name to the winners list here at Volusia County Speedway this afternoon. But 5 seconds to go, and we'll take qualifying next. Charles, am I right in the schedule here?
Yes, qualifying, then 2 heat races. We have scheduled a D main, C main, and B main, but with the lower car count, those will not be a factor. So we basically have 2 heats and then a 50-lap feature that, with any luck and a lack of caution, should fly by in like 20 minutes tops.
Well, they tell us all the time that time keeps on ticking into the future. So we'll see. As we got 2 minutes left before we see cars on the racetrack. Qualifying is now underway. Minutes is where we'll go. If everybody sets a time, I'm pretty sure they will set this over to put heat number 1 on the board. We'll see who the first driver is to come off that pit lane to throw a time down. It looks like Dan West Jr. will be the number 1 driver to come out, and is the number 55 for Team LSRTV as he comes through the corner coming to take the green flag lap. The opening lap for him. Barney the flag man waves it to him. He's underway for qualifying lap number 1. The 2-lap qualifying event here this afternoon is pretty good here. It's not too sliding, not too out of the way. He's put a lot of practice down, but he's got some crinkles over there in that fender where he's caught the wall somewhere. But that's normal for these dirt tracks. You're supposed to do that. We'll see where Dan West Jr. slides in on lap 1 as he gets really slideways there. He'll go. No, didn't register. Maybe he caught the wall twice. Zach Rush. So Dan West Jr. is not going to put a qualifying time down. He caught the wall 2 times. Zach Rush takes the provisional pole by 16:08 time. He comes for that second lap. It's a little slower, 16:666. He puts himself, Roy Grande Jr., second slower, back there with a 17:04 to the 16:06 that sets down for Zach Rush in the 82 machine. Jeff Stabnow in the 24 time comes out, puts a 15:92, and William Fletcher with a 16:06. We'll see what Jeff does. As he told me before that he was potentially going to be the wreck first with the 46 to Sean Breisman. So we'll see if the teammates collide each other as a 16-1 board for him. Lester either must have caught it somewhere as Jane Vining, the Catman, takes the top spot with a 15.8. At 3:33, looks really good up there as Toby Ritter slots in on the 6th place position as well. Jeff Stabnow slower on his second attempt of a run. That puts him in place currently. Aaron Cooper touched the 3rd place as Sean Breitzman crosses the start-finish line with a 16.44. It did not register. Must have caught the wall, as you can tell by the little bit of the damage there. Inside the top 10 as it is open. I believe this is open qualifying. You can go set some time down, come back out, vice versa, if I'm correct, Charles. Oh, well, then Ryan Bloom just took the provisional pole with a 15.82 is what set the fast time here so far. Here comes Devin West in the number 5 machine. He comes around. That will be for P3 at a 15.588. He was 5/100ths off the pole as he comes for lap 2. We'll see if he's able to pick up his time. This might be a pole lap. Second, 15.83 is his time. He is 5/1/1000ths of a second off as we take a look there at the 53 of Carl Burke. Brian Barnes, Chad Malik, and BJ Duvall. Brian Barnes has not set it on either as the 53 of Burke comes on the racetrack for his one and only warm-up lap in the Royal Purple Budweiser machine. He comes to take the green flag here from Barney. Into the one he goes. He caught the mess out of that wall, so this lap will not count for the 53 of Carl Burke. His second lap is going to be the one he depends on here as he goes to the bottom in 3 and 4 for his non-allowed time. Doesn't matter as a 17.19. He would have been the slowest on the board. What can he do in lap 2? Nothing. Back into the wall. Will not count on this one either. So he's going to start dead last on the field in heat 1 or 2. We'll see which one he slides into. Looks unless Brian Barnes goes out and Chad Malik, BJ Duvall, Dan West Jr., Carl Burke have already set their times down and they caught the wall. They cannot set any more times down. We'll look at the chat right here. Team Outlaw Motorsports says, I love the league. Thanks to the Northwest Racing Series and LSRTV for letting Cody and I do this. We appreciate you, Team Outlaw Motorsports, for putting this out as Ryan Bloom goes to put a couple more laps down. He's just throwing some practice laps to see what the track changes, if it maybe rubbers in, the groove slides up or down, finding different places and in different spaces on this racetrack to potentially make himself faster. I'm aware. There's BJ Duvall coming out. That is Team Outlaw Motorsports out there in the chat. He's getting ready to put his lap down as he was one of the few holdouts so far. Him and Brian Barnes, and I believe Chad Malik have not come out. I see two-wheeler getting all that he can out of that W number 32. Green flags in the air for qualifying lap. Slides through 1 and 2, down the back straightaway. He's going to go. Keep her out of the wall here for BJ Duvall in 3 and 4. You're turning 15-second lap times around here, so you have to be on it all the way through. Comes across the line, 15.815. That is pole for BJ Duvall in the number 32 W machine. Can he improve on that second lap? He is 1/1000th than Ryan Bloom, currently 5 machine. He comes across the line, 15.5 or 15.75. That intensifies his lead on the field. Now Carl Burke comes back out. Laps do not count for him. It's now everybody on the speed chart has set a time here in qualifying for the Northwest Racing Dirt Series Round 2 at Volusia. 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go. A couple drivers still throwing some laps on the board. It's not going to count. They're just throwing laps down to throw laps down at this moment. Open test session here, as you would say. Got 11 people out there and telling me where you're from, what you're doing. If you enjoy the Northwest Racing Series, you have 3 nights of it. Monday night for the trucks and the Click It RV Truck Series, and then you got the Click It RV Fixed Series there on the Wednesday night chat with myself and Wesley Outland, Jason Rockefeller and Wesley Outland on Monday night. And then obviously you got the Thursday night Dirt Series where you got to hear me for however many laps we turn down here tonight, whether it's an hour or whatnot. But Charles, I'll bring you in on this one since we got 2 minutes to fill. What'd you notice in qualifying there?
Well, no surprise to see BJ Duvall up front. Brian Bloom, you know, we've been seeing him up front regardless of what we're racing. Devin West, last week's winner, so no surprise there. And James Vining, we'll see. Maybe he's got something here on the dirt side. He could potentially get a podium finish or possibly a win. Dirt racing, it's so different. You may have a fast car, but there's beating and banging, the stuff you typically don't see on the NASCAR side of things. You don't just see someone go, do a slide job, and if they do, we all know Dale Jr. is probably going to yell slide job when they do it. So it's just not something you see on that side. We're going to see it here tonight, and we could see someone on their lid. We saw that last week with Sean Brightsman as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we got here as we have 1 minute. We'll set us down before we end up taking the green flag for heat number 1. Don't know if we are going to advance this session or not. So we'll see if we take 40 seconds as we just did advance it here. So we're going to get ready to take the green flag here for what is going to be heat number 1 of the Northwest Racing Series for dirt. That's BJ Duvall is going to sit on the pole here with Devin West to his outside. Go back there to row 2 where you're going to find Tyler Kim and William Fletcher. Jeff Stapnow, Roy Grande, row 3. Row 4 are Dan West Jr. and Chad Malik. And Carl Burke will round out your top 9 that will be on this field at the moment as we're going to get ready to line them up. 10 laps is the heat we're going to go here for heat 1 and heat 2. It should split pretty decently, 9, and I'm not good at math, but there's 16 drivers. 9 to 9 is, I don't know. So 18, there you go. So we'll split 9, and I believe we'll split 7 in that second one if I can count correctly. Yes, so we'll split 7 in that second one. So nobody ever, Charles. But that 32 is down there on the bottom, and we'll see what BJ Duvall, because the green flag did leave the track. BJ Duvall takes off here on the opening jump with Devin West behind him, Tyler Kim, William Fletcher, and then Dan West Jr. back there in that 5th place position. Looks clean and green through turn number 1. No side action. You get back there for the 3rd place position between Kim and Fletcher. There's still the 28-38 wanting to fight it out here. Oh, 28 almost got loose there. 38's in the wall. 55 of that's comes down when he slides in here. Here comes Jeff Stabnow. Said he was going to wreck. He's not wrecking yet. He's making some passes. At 24 looked really sporty there on the bottom. Was able to make the passes. Now Grande jumps under the 38. He's going to make the pass there for the 6th place position. Top 6 breaking away here as we clicked off. Now 3 laps, 7 laps to go. As there's the 28. Oh, when he makes contact again, there's more carnage in the back. I believe cautions are on. Caution flag is waving. That's the 20 or the Chad Malik and the 28 of Fletcher both take a toe to pit road. Take a look at the replay right here, brought to you by LSRTV and Click It RV. Catches the wall on the front straightaway. Stabnow punts him. The 28 tries to gather it back up. Chad Malik nowhere to go. Gets the brunt force of that one. They're both currently on pit lane with the toe. They couldn't turn that thing back around to get it. Fast repairs on, Charles, for one event in here? One fast repair here. We'll see if they actually use it or if they just park it, stay on pit lane, get to the, well, I would say we get to the event, we get to the feature here this afternoon. So race truck the official pace truck. iRacing out here gathering BJ Duvall, Devin West, Dan West, Jeff Stabnow, and Roy Grande Jr. Your top 5 here on 7 laps to go. Caution laps do not count. So that's an interesting note that we will follow here through the heat races. We get the pace lights off. We'll come down to 6 laps to go. When we cross the start-finish line, they take this green flag. 55 looked good on the start. He jumped up a couple positions. He's up +4 from where he started this afternoon. We'll see if the 55 machine of Dan West Jr. can get up here and mix it up with BJ Duvall and Devin West. Father-son duo here in the 5 and the 55, second and third. One on the outside, one on the inside. It's a quick trip around Volusia. Pace truck is going to make the hard right turn. Green flags back in the air. We're racing again at Volusia. Go on board with 5 laps to go, coming to 4 with the 5 and Devin West. He's trying to make a pass on race leader BJ Duvall, the pole sitter. No harm, no foul in these super late model dirt cars. You can kind of play with them just a little bit more here. Is coming to 3 laps to go. Can the 5 of Devin West make this pass as they've broken away from the field? I mean, it's an absolute single file all the way throughout the field. 2 laps to go as the 32 he's 1 second ahead of this field. Clearly, the pole showed the speed that he had in that machine. As 1 to go is going to be in the arm of Barney, the flag man. White flags in the air, brought to you by Click It RV for BJ Duvall in heat number 1. They go down the back straightaway. Lap traffic not going to be an issue through 3 and 4. The 32 of BJ Duvall from pole to the win. Oh, it almost became an issue. I lied as he caught the wall. And it's going to be BJ Duvall, Devin West, Dan West, Jeff Stabnow, Roy Grande Jr., Tyler Kim will round that. It resets on me every time. So we'll... That was whatever I got to. We'll look at the starting lineup here for heat number 2. Ryan Bloom starts on P1 with the Catman James Vining out there to the outside in the 333. Row 2, Crazy Eyes Aaron Cooper, who commented in the chat, let's sling some fake dirt. Heat emoji, sunglass emoji with Zach Rush to the outside. John Ottenbacher and Toby Ritters on row 3. Row 4, Brian Barnes and Sean Breitzman. And that is it. That will be the final, what was that, 8? Yeah, 8. I think we got an extra person somewhere. Hey, there's the results from the first one. BJ Duvall, Devin West, Dan West Jr., Jeff Stabnow, Roy Grande Jr., your top 5. Tyler Kim, Carl Burke, Chad Malik, William Fletcher is your 9-car heat and finish. Pace truck getting ready to take that turn. He takes the turn down. The 25 Flow Racing machine is I lied. The truck didn't turn. What's he doing? Come on, guy, get it together. Okay. Can they hear you? Oh, yeah, that would have been entertaining. That would have been fun to say. He said that the pace truck, there's some loose dirt on the outside. We'll pack that in. The Flow Racing 25 machine of Ryan Bloom down there on the bottom with the Mopar Pennzoil 333 to the outside. 71 machine of Aaron Cooper back there in 3rd. This is going to be entertaining as now the pace truck gets off the racetrack. He turns Ryan Bloom loose. Green flag. What a start for the 25 and the 71. Outside didn't get going. Here we go. We're racing at Volusia for heat number 2. Three wide into the back. That normally does not work. That's John Ottenbacher sitting there in the 14th. Oh, James Vining. He's around with Aaron Cooper. That was second and third that has here in turns 1 and 2. We'll take a look at the replay here in just a second and see what brought this caution flag out. As looks like it started right here with Aaron Cooper, and it's going through the corner and starts in 3 and 4. He comes around to the start finish line and just James got it, and bam, he's in the wall. They're both hard and around. We'll see if they have to come down pit lane. It doesn't look like they do at the moment, as they're going to fall back here to the 6th place position respectively on the time chart. Your race leader still Ryan Bloom after 1 lap under green completed, green flag lap. So the only one that count here this afternoon. It is no laps counting. I'm not sure, Charles, if the caution laps are going to count in the feature either. They will not count as well. So we're going to go 10-10, and the feature is 50 laps. So 10 laps apiece, 50 laps here for our main event. Thanks for the 15 people that are tuning in. Comment where you're from, chat, share, say something, keep me entertained. I'm Terry. Charles Wooten is pushing the button behind. Here is the truck. Has turned the lights off here this afternoon. We'll see if we can keep it clean and green. It was 1 caution in heat number 1. We'll see if we can do the same here in heat number 2, with the caution ending our day, potentially, and ending the day for a couple drivers who just haven't figured it out yet. Pace truck's off. Big stack up there with Barnes and John Ottenbacher there in fifth place position as Ryan Bloom takes up. He gets going here, and our producer might have a sad story at some point in time here in this race as Brian Barnes goes to the bottom. He makes the pass. It's on the 89 of Ottenbacher. Sean Breitzman, Zach Rush fighting for that 3rd place, or for the 4th place. Is fighting for 3rd on the 89. 32 is not what's stable here. As Breitzman said he was going to wreck the field, said he wasn't going to be good. He's losing right now. He jumps up to the 3rd place. It's going to be 5 to go when we come back around. I believe that's Dennis Moore in the chat that said Bloom has bomb speed. I think Bloom is really fast. 5 laps to go over the Volusia Speedway. Caution flag waves again with 5 laps remaining. We'll see who brought this caution. Now it looks like potentially the 89 of Ottenbacher. What happened? Aaron Cooper. Let's see. Goes through the corner. Oh, it was Ottenbacher. Go up here on the shot with the 89 machine. That doesn't work too often. Catches the wall. Set yourself up for the corner. Nope, nope, not a thing. Oh, around he goes. Back into Aaron Cooper. Pow, right in the kisser. Our producer is going to tell a story. Story time with producer guy.
Yeah, it's as much as we love racing, the sad story Almost all of the real racing is rained out this weekend. So
That
that's
is
sad.
true. Green flag is back in the air for Ryan Bloom as Brian Barnes jumps to the P2 position. Last green flag lap was a 15.9 for Bloom. It was a 16.2 for Brian Barnes. They come across the line this time. It's going to be a 16.3 to a 16.4 to a 16.5. Your top three all under a blanket is now the 4, Brian Barnes. He's within a half a second. Now make that 0.3 of a second on the race leader, Ryan Bloom. 2 laps to go here at Volusia. Down the back straightaway for the second to last time. The 25 of Bloom comes through 3 and 4 with the 4. Brian Barnes chasing him in tow, but he's gapping him. White flags in the air. 1 lap to go in heat number 2. It is 1 second is the gap from P1 to P2, and down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. The 25 machine of Ryan Bloom takes heat number 2. That puts him outside front row here, where he would have started anyhow in heat number 2. Your results here: Blooms, Breitzman, Ritter's, Vining. Your top 5: Rush, Cooper, Ottenbacher is your 8 heat finish. Down, believe we're going to advance through our warm-up session here. Well, never mind. We will step aside. Producer needs to take a potty break and get a drink, and I need to rest my voice for a second. You're watching the Northwest Race Dirt Series live from Volusia. It's iRacing on LSRTV. Welcome back to the Northwest Racing Dirt Series, round number 2 at Volusia Speedway. I'm Terry Radford. Charles Wooten is on again, off again. He's like he's like the date in high school where, you know, you love him 1 second, you write a breakup song, and then you come back to him. Or was that Taylor Swift? I'm not too sure. There's a lot to unpack in that one. 20 seconds to go in this warm-up session. Packing the track back in. All these drivers trying to figure out what the fast groove is around this very short racetrack, as people are also trying to figure out how they're going to catch Ryan Bloom. Currently at the moment, he is 4th in this warm-up speed chart. But everybody out there, we have Melbourne, Australia is tuned in. They got the 82 car. So Zach Rush is the pick for Melbourne, Australia. We're global now, Charles. We're taking it global. I like it. I won't repeat the other word he said. I won't pull a last week. All right, let's go. We'll go to your starting lineup here for this dirt racing series. BJ Duvall in the number 32. Took heat number 1 win and set on the pole off the initial jump. Ryan Bloom sets on the outside front row in that number 25 machine. Devin West, row number 2 with Brian Barnes to the outside. Row number 3, you find Dan West Jr. and Sean Brightsman. Row 4, Jeff Stabnow, the owner of LSRTV, and Toby Ritters. Roy Grande and James Vining back there on row 10. Tyler Kim and Zach Rush, row number 6. Burke, Crazy Eyes, Aaron Cooper back there at 14. Chad Mallett, John Ottenbacher round out back there. And William Fletcher is the final driver here this afternoon. It'll be 16 drivers took to the grid here. Elizabeth, I know, but LSRTV, I'm not too sure how many. I don't get to see the statistics like Jeff Stabnow and Charles Wooten gets to see. I would be curious how many people outside the United States watch LSRTV to see how global we really are. I know iRacing's global, but how global is LSRTV at the very moment? Thanks for tuning in with us here tonight. And I believe good morning from Melbourne, Australia. I don't know the time there. Maybe you can fill me in on what the time there in the Down Under, but it will be 11:47 Eastern Standard Time here in Savannah, Georgia. By the way, before we take the green, this is the capital apparently for St. Patrick's Day. So a lot of travelers here in the area ready to celebrate the old St. Patrick's Day. We're ready and happy that you're spending it with us. Pace trucks down, green flags in the air. We're ready for the feature. 50 laps to be turned around Volusia's BJ Duvall takes off the early jump with, that would be the 5, Devin West, who got a really good jump with the 5, or the 55. Dan West Jr. hangs that 25, and Ryan Bloom out to dry. Coming to lap 2 here. Caution. Lap number 2, caution flag comes out. That is number 1. It is 3 p.m. on Friday. Greetings from the future. If you take a look at the LSRTV replay, we'll see what had happened was. That starts with the 38 apparently. Just, loses it, saves it, loses it, saves it, loses it again. And the 28 takes Aaron Cooper with him. Not a whole lot of damage there for neither one of those drivers. All 3 pull away. No drivers pull behind the pit wall. We're here, but 3 p.m. on Friday. Look at this. Look at the sunset in virtual Florida. So that's not what the sunset looked like here today in Savannah, Georgia. I'm not too far away from Volusia, maybe 1.5 hours, but potentially. We'll take a look at the LSRTV weather conditions here. It'll be in the bottom right hand of your screen, brought to you by KC Kaufman creative. 85 degrees, wind speed, virtually nothing. 1 mile per hour here and there, maybe 2 mile. Track temp is at 77. It's, as you can tell, the sky, it's overcast. It looks like it's about to tornado weather or maybe hurricane in Florida. It's about normal. But happy that you are spending your Friday afternoon, Thursday night, Friday morning. I don't know. I mean, we're about to cross Friday morning here in America, or if you're spending your late Thursday afternoon for the Northwest Series, I think it's I think the latest for these drivers over there is 8:50 Eastern or 8:50 Central over there. As AK Robbie says, more like bum speed. Just kidding. For Ryan Bloom. Who are you a fan of out there? Who are you cheering on as the pace truck pulls down? We're back green flag racing. Lap number 3's on the board. Timing is going absolutely crazy as BJ Duvall has this race lead. Take a look on the back end. Oh, as he takes the lead. Oh, it jacked up for a second. The 32 fly over, crosses to the bottom, gets that spot, puts the bumper to him. Now father-son race for second as we come to put lap 5 on this board here. The 55's going after that 5 pretty hard. Single file we go until we get back here to the 2 that said they were going to wreck each other the most. The 46, the 24, and the 18. All was pretty simple that they were going to wreck as caution number 2 waves over the racing surface. We'll see what had happened was, as I would imagine, if I see a driver pitting, it would be the 333 of James Vining. And yes, it was correct. It was the 333 Penzel Mopar machine. What happened here is, off the wall. Wall they go. Around, 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 flip over. I'm on the roof. Gone. Pit road for the fast repair. We're back pacing. 6 laps on the board. We said at the initial start that this would be 1 or 2 ways. We would either be out of here in 30 minutes or we'd be out of here in an hour. I think we're in more towards the hour mark, Charles.
Yeah, we are. And, you know, we mentioned the weather earlier, and you mentioned the weather in real life. There for a while, I wasn't real certain we were even going to do it with this broadcast because about 3, 4 o'clock this afternoon, we were actually in a tornado watch here at the studio. So, yeah, it wasn't that pretty here either. It was nasty and cloudy, and, you know, it was raining and thundering and lightning and all the things you don't want to see, you know, when you have thousands of dollars worth of computer equipment sitting in a studio with lightning and tornadoes around.
Yeah, not necessarily the thing that you want to see as we're doubling up for the restart here to put lap 7 on this board. I never realized how hard it is to do a singular broadcast by yourself. It's, yeah, I got an eager producer in my ear as I'm my thick legs just turned my gaming PC on. So let's shut this off. I don't want to pull up iRacing on my gaming PC just yet. Pace truck pulls down. BJ Duvall wasted no time getting on the loud pedal. We just put lap number 7 on the board. It's now the 55. Caution. Never mind. Just kidding. 7 laps in. 3 caution flags have waved. I would imagine Tope in the 23 Budweiser machine. I think I would be accurate. Yes. Him and Chad Malik. Oh, and he caught some serious air. Yeah, well, I'm not sure if anybody likes their Budweiser flat, as that one has clearly been shaken, not stirred. The only time I enjoy Budweiser upside down is when I'm upside down and get in my face. Which, by the way, this does not refer to you from Melbourne, Australia. Happy 316 Day for the last 5 minutes of it. Stone Cold Steve Austin Day for my wrestling enthusiastic people outside in the chat. But hope everybody drank a beer today. I did not. I smashed 2 waters together and got really wet for no reason. Okay, producer had a Red Bull. What was you guys drinking today? What was the drink of choice? I don't know if I can in the chat, but create a poll or create a question what everybody was drinking today in the what was their drink of choice this afternoon, as we're about to get ready to go back for lap number 8 here for the Northwest Racing Dirt Series. I'm Terry Radford, Charles Wooten producing here behind, kind of commenting in and out. Pace truck's getting ready to turn off, and if we learned anything, PJ Duvall doesn't care. He's gone. He's back on the loud pedal. Green flags back in the air. Lap number 8's on the board. Side by side for the race lead as the 5 of Devin West goes to the bottom of BJ Duvall. He's not going to be able to make the pass there. Devin West, or Dan West Jr., my bad, in the wing. In P3 is the 5, the 55, the 32, all jockey for position, all within a half a second. As here comes Brian Barnes. He's looking to the inside of Ryan Bloom, trying to take that 4th place position. Caution number 3 comes out here in this short time of the race. As the chat's out there, the poll's ready to go. Did you drink something for 316 Day? Whether it was water, Red Bull, whatever. Did you celebrate 316 Day as we look at the replay? LSRTV between the 28, the 38, and the 89. As you can't fit the 28. You can't put it there, William Fletcher. There was no hole. Daniel Cervantes, how are you, sir? One of our people from last night that I can't repeat some of the things on the broadcast that they said last night, but my voice is as smooth as butter. Something about they hope that the racing is hot as my voice, I think was part of the conversation that was thrown in there too. There was a lot that we can unpack. Six people voted in the poll. If you voted in the poll, tell me what you drank. Did you drink a water? Did you drink a Red Bull? I know Daniel Cervantes last night was a big fan of Busch. He had a couple Bushes and a Bud Light ready for him with 1 Corona. And I'm kind of curious here because the Corona was not the original Corona, Charles. It was just a blanket. It was just a blanket Corona. Like it wasn't necessarily a Corona that you would see at the convenience store. I think you have to like literally search for that specific Corona to get it. But yeah, very very interesting cat over there from my teammate racing.
You know, I'll bring myself in here. Speaking of things that are hard to find, you got to go look for. I haven't drank one in a long time, but if I had it, I would have drank it for today. And that may be easier to find now. I might say that the old Full Throttle, the Blue Demon, the blue ones, you couldn't find them. I had to go to Oklahoma to get them. But those things used to be a little bit of addicting.
Well, he said it's the Corona Familiar. It's a darker, richer flavor. And I tell you what's darker and richer, this restart that's about to happen, because the pace truck turns down pit road, green flag back in the air. Lap number 10 hits this board. And if My friend from Melbourne, Australia is correct. That's caution number 4. I miscounted one. I can only count to 3. I don't know what the 4 goes to. I got 1, 2, 3 doing it for Dale. I don't know what the 4th one is. There's a car up around. That's Ryan Bloom, the driver who sat on the outside front row, won heat race number 2. He is around with heavy damage to the rear end of that machine. See, what had happened was did he get help? Yes. We answered that one rather quickly, and the 2 that said they were going to wreck a lot, well, there's number 1 on your Will Jeff Stabnow and Sean Breitzman wreck. There's 1. We'll put that down in the post-it notes at the. How long have we been streaming? At the 56 mark of the stream, Jeff Stabnow, Sean Breitzman, wreck number 1. Five cautions. As we count my math. Elizabeth, you were correct. It was caution number 4 the last time. It's caution 5 now. It's brought to you by Virginia811.com. Dig with care. Call before you dig, and don't tear up any lines that shouldn't be tore up. Eric Cheney comments, love these bump to past races. Elaborate on that for me. Oh. We should be playing bingo. How do we get bingo in this chat? How do we get bingo going of how things are going to happen? Green flags back in the air. We put lap number 11. Can we get more than 1 lap completed under the green flag? Here is BJ Duvall, Devin West. Dan West Jr. is your top 3 still. Here we go. Can we do it? Yes, lap 12. 1 lap completed as here comes Brian Barnes and Dan West Jr. fighting for the B3 position. As Eric Cheney says, they're just wrecking each other. Well, yeah. At least they're open and honest to admit that they're not dirty. Oh, Brian Barnes turns it. We don't need a replay for that one because, well, we just seen it. They just turned it. Go Grande or go home, Bobby Bergstorm says in the chat. Or Bergstrom. I'm dumb. Bobby Bergstrom. Yes, go big or go home. It's, oh my goodness. There we go. We'll cut for a second. Said that it's 3:16 days. No, it's not anymore. It's 3:17. Way to go. You failed me. If you join iRacing, right there in the lower right hand of your screen, there's a QR code you can scan. You can scan that code, or you can go to iRacing.com. It is your portal for the iRacing world. You can race these cars right here, which are the super late model cars, the dirt size of it, and then you have the limited or the late model stock cars that Dale Jr. and Carson Quapple's cars scanned in from the Cars Tour Championship, or you could potentially be on a race that Terry Radford or Wesley Outland from LSRTV or Jason Rockefeller calls. Or maybe you can get yourself the eNASCAR College Series. You can race for scholarship money if you're a college student and you're interested in doing that. That would be pretty good. Your ticket to the iRacing world is right there. Charles, are you watching that here? Are you watching chat?
Nope. I've been keeping a little bit on it.
It has started again from last night.
There's that. Apparently your voice is dreamy, according to chat.
Well, so funny story real quick, because my first ever broadcast on a at Speedway. I met Timmy. I met Tim Tripler. That's Timmy17 in there in the chat. Fantastic kid. And we had a great conversation, very smart about racing, but let's talk racing here for a second. Pace truck's down, BJ Duvall, 32, takes off the 5 of Devin West, trying to pass Tim under the green flag because you ain't gonna pass him under caution. You're not pitting here unless you get involved in the incident. So slipping and sliding 3 wide, 2 wide in the back, but the focus is here on its lead at the moment. It's the 5 of Devin West is looking to make a splash over BJ Duvall, who has been the fastest. Caution number 6 is on the speedway, and I would imagine this had to do with the 89 again. Pull the Travis Tritt out. Tell me I was dreaming. Yes, there was the caution. Toby Ritters misses him right there. Started and triggered from, it looks like, the 28 potentially. Sorta, kinda. Did Brightsman wipe him out? Brightsman wiped him out. No? No? Ryan Bloom? Ryan Bloom. There we go. We found the gold boom. Tucked in the back is, let's see. I'm gonna name Terry. I'm gonna name my kid Terry Radford Walter. If I ever have one. Apparently I can beat Chuck Norris thanks to Tim Tripler. Brandon Walters says BJ's gonna win, and I'm standing corrected. It is caution number 7. I told you I can only count to 3. Yeah, sorry. I can only count to 3. So she says, I'm only counting because I had a bet with the 82 on how many cautions you'd have with the new incident rule. Tim comments, Terry hugged me last week and almost made me propose on spot. I don't want to let your girlfriend see that. She might not enjoy that too much. She's a sweet lady to put up with your ass. So, pace trucks off. BJ, green flag waves. Lap 16. How long do we stay under the green flag? We'll put that poll in the chat here in a second. How many laps can we go consecutive green flag run? And Devin West. Well, if you guessed 1, well, you won. Nothing, but you won. 1. We'll put that poll out in the chat here in just a second and try to keep it entertained with them. Well, that's a funny question in the chat. Are there alligators at this track? Florida, if you do some research, my well-rounded man, believe Florida is known for crocodiles more than they're known for alligators. But yes, I guarantee you there are alligators here as well. Yes, reads for Terry. Looking to get into producing or announcing? Message us on Facebook or at livesimracingtv.com. You can potentially call a race with me. Is that where we're going with this? Sure. Yeah, that's where we're going with it. We want to call a race with me or Wesley Outland. Right there. Leave us a message on Facebook or livesimracingtv.com. You can put yourself in the Northwest Racing Series, whether it's the dirt, the truck, or the fixed series. And on a real note, hearing Terry Radford go from NASCAR Heat 3 broadcast to hearing him live behind you in an actual booth, proud of you, my friend. Thank you, sir. Liz said, caution before you can even put the pole up. It's going to be the answer to my question. See? It happens. Crocodiles in salt water, alligators and freshwaters. Just had Australian. Well, I tell you what we don't have to ask is when the caution coming out, because it's about to come out now. Caution flag's out. It started on the initial jump. We'll see who that is, flipped upside down. We saw it on the restart where everybody bottlenecked. I don't think we're ever going to finish this race. I think that's Jeff Stabnow right there on pit road. The lights are dim. Sorry, Daniel Cervantes. The lights that have lights did not light his car. Oh, it just stacked them. Oh. And boom goes the dynamite. Bobby Bergstrom said, "Make the back half of the field should just run the track backwards." And the worst of the Tony Stewart, we didn't wreck enough cars. Keep me entertained in this broadcast booth. Charles, producer, love of life and a production. What are we doing? Are you? It's all you got? All you can say to the people?
We're dirt track racing. Apparently, with a few cautions along the way. And with 16 minutes left on the clock.
There's 16 minutes, so we're technically racing the time at this moment.
Currently, yes.
Okay, so I'll make you give a promo for a second. You ready? Where do we find more dirt track racing? Yeah, where can the fans go watch more dirt track racing Monday through Sunday?
Low racing.
Where else?
Well, Monday through Sunday, Flow Racing. If you want it on the weekends, you can go watch it at Race on Texas. Not this
Can't watch
weekend,
it
though.
on
We're
demand
rained
on
out.
Race on Texas?
Yeah, well, I guess you technically could on demand, yes. But
There you go,
no
you big
live
old
racing.
idiot. I'm trying to give plugs here for Race on Texas. You catch
Yes.
on-demand racing, live
Yes.
action, on-demand, anytime you want, any replay you want to watch, raceontexas.com. Put your portal for the Texas side of dirt racing. Green flag's back in the air. Lap 19's on the board. Coming to lap number 20, it's still BJ Duvall, Devin West, Brian Barnes, Sean Breitzman, Dan West Jr. Your top five were side by side for that fourth place position at the 46 and the 55. Mix and mingle it up back here at the 55. Sailed that sucker in there. He's going to clear Sean Breitzman by a country mile. And here comes Ryan Bloom. He's looking to get in the top five position at this 25 versus 46. And I don't know a whole lot of things about watching a ton of racing here, especially on the dirt side. But I would imagine that if you're a dirt track fan, Flow Racing and Baja Blast Mountain Dew are like peanut butter and jelly to you, right? I think I'm correct on that one. Yeah, I think we could go with that one. But Timmy said, pull a hickory. Every caution is an additional unwritten rule. So we just make a rule every caution we get. Brandon Walter, we might make it to lap 37. Brandon Dollar says, I went to some parade laps and a race tried to break out. Some entertaining chat here this afternoon as we're just now. We are 2 laps away from getting to the halfway portion of this. We'll give you a mid-race break, I guess, here in just one more lap round to put lap 25 on the board. BJ Duvall is gone. 2.2 seconds as we were 1 lap away from that threshold cross as the 55 of Dan West Jr. clears 4P number 3 is the 4. Brian Barnes tried the crossover, tried it, didn't work. Now it's West goes there. All right, here's your running order as we go. BJ Duvall in the 32, Devin West, Dan West Jr., Brian Barnes, Ryan Bloom, your top 5. Sean Breitzman, Zach Rush, Roy Grande Jr., Tyler Kim, Jeff Stabnow, John Ottenbacher. is your top 11 that are on the lead lap at the moment. Now, never mind, John Ottenberger went a lap down. It was Toby Ritters, William Fletcher, Aaron Cooper, Chad Malik, James Vining, and Carl Burke never started the race. So he was the one driver that never started here this afternoon. Man, here we go. 28 laps are here. We're about to see the 55 and the 5 go at it. Let's see. Some say they're still penalizing cars at Hickory. By the way, I don't know if you knew that, Charles. Bobby Bergstrom. They should only be able to race at 25 miles an hour. Maybe they'll finish the race before Sunday. Bobby, it is 12:15 Eastern Standard Time here in Savannah, Georgia, or Richmond Hill, Georgia to be exact, where I'm sitting in the Great Peach State. It is Sunday morning for me. It is 11:15 Central Standard Time for my buddy out here in the Lone Star State, or the great country of Texas. And it's another day in Melbourne, Australia. So, yeah, thought I'd throw that out there too. There's somebody in a whole different day. I need the lottery numbers. Liz, you just let me know who is going to win the Powerball and what my numbers should be when they draw it here tomorrow evening. Battle for second does heat up as the 55 is continuously hounding the 5 of Devin West. Son is getting outmastered by Dad at the moment. So we'll see if the 55 can get around the 5 machine. Side by side into the corner they go. 55 looks low, 5 goes high. They cross the line. 16, 17 laps remaining. I thought the leaders was there, but it's 4.5 seconds to go catch BJ Duvall. Charles, can I say the comment on the bottom here? Caution is out. I guess I'll say it in a second. That wipes a 4.5 second lead out for BJ Duvall with 16 laps remaining. Bobby says the way they drive in the corners reminds me of the Japanese in 1939 Kamikaze. Massive. Massive. Timmy says oh, it's not Sunday. Shut up. It's Friday. Listen, this is my second broadcast. Okay. I just did Road to Pro and now I'm here. Shut up, Tim. Yeah. Shut up. Brandon Walter says 2 west makes an east. Is that Charles, I'll bring you in on that question. Does 2 west make an east? No? You sure?
Pretty sure.
Huh. West? I thought, or east, I thought you said west. I believe we're taking a look at the replay at what potentially brought the caution. Well then. Tell me how you feel, Ryan Bloom. As he tips himself over. Huh. Charles, I'll bring you in on this one too. Do you remember the monkey with the symbols from Toy Story?
Vaguely. I believe he was evil, if I remember.
No, that's Family Guy with the evil monkey, but the one that just clapped with the symbols?
I do not then.
That's what my brain is, apparently. That's what's inside my mind.
Well,
I'm tired. It is now 12:18 Eastern Standard Time, and I've been awake since about 6:10 at work. So I'm with you here, okay? I'm fully here. Somewhat. Can we run these at Irwindale with the figure 8 jumps? Charles, this is your series. I mean, anything's doable in the world of iRacing. I ran Cadillacs at Atlanta with no lights. Bobby comments, I swear the 25 is getting paid a lot for the screen time during caution since he's a part of every single one of them. We enjoy flow. I'm a fan of Pit Road TV as well. That's obviously where I work on the side. So if you guys want to hear calls from me, you can go subscribe to Pit Road TV. If you want to hear Wesley Outland, you can go subscribe to Racing America. Flo, he's all over the place, but you can hear the great content that's all the way around. LSRTV has a massive crew of people that do a lot of real-life racing. As the green flag comes back in the air, 15 laps to go. BJ Duval is your race leader as the 5 of Devin West and the 55 of Dan West Jr. Try to keep up with him as, oh, they almost make contact there for second. Can they hold it? Yes. But here comes Brian Barnes. Caution. What caution are we on? 11, right? Right to the Budweiser machine. Oh, we got turned by Baja Blast. Think you would rather kill your kidneys than kill your liver. Charles, will you read? Will you read the chat? What Bobby Brugstrom just said? I want you to read it. I'm about to lay down and let Terry's angel voice talk me to sleep. I appreciate that. So if any of you were here last night, if any of you were here last night for the Northwest Fix Series sponsored by Click It RV, it got rowdy in here. The chat stayed lit up all night long. Charles, you have the you have the analytics of what YouTube chat wise. A group of buddies from Whataback jumped in here last night and made it just absolutely hilarious across the board from top to bottom. There's things that they said that I cannot repeat on the broadcast, but it made it entertaining to call the Atlanta Motor Speedway race, and it's making it entertaining here tonight. Green flags in the air, 13 laps remaining as nobody's had anything for BJ Duval in that 32 machine. We haven't seen the 5 or the 55 make any headway to counteract what the 32's been able to do here. That W machine has been phenomenal. As we see, here comes Ryan Bloom back to the top 5. He's worked his way up here. The 4, Brian Barnes is here. 6 cars on the lead lap. Now we see the battle for second still heating up as the 55 gets clear for a second. He crosses the line in second, but can he go there for long? Yes, now he's clear. We'll see if he pulls the slider on him. He doesn't. We'll go west and west. That's Dan West Jr. and Devin West in the 55 and the 5. And then Ryan Bloom just cleared for the 4th place position over Brian Barnes, who slid back to 5th, with Zach Rush rounding out your lead lap cars in the top 6. Brightsman, Grande, Kim, Ottenbacher, your 1 lap down cars from 7th to 10th. go on board right here with Ryan Bloom in the number 25 Flow Racing entry. Coming to 8 laps to go when they cross this line. Clear. No wall. He's there. Brian Barnes looking underneath him here. He gets clear by a while. Barnes got really loose on the inside. It's now the 5. He's in the wall hard. He slides up, loses 2. Caution flag waves. That's number 12. Huh. Maybe the mascot machine wanted to go fishing. Catfishing, that is. Bam! Let's get BNS bottom, son. Outside's the way to go here. We'll read some of the chat as we go caution number 12. Terry's Cord bedtime stories. I wasn't here. I was waiting for my dad to get cigarettes again. That's interesting. Sorry about that. I would buy my Terry's recordings of bedtime stories for $60. Nice. I don't know where my crew is, but I'm running solo. If BJ Duvall loses this race, then it's a conspiracy, and I can confirm that birds are not real. I am under the impression that the bird is the word. So if you don't have any birds, you don't have the word. Terry for president. Terry is so tall and skinny. I picked up a stick today just to remember him. I thought this was iRacing, not Wreckfest. And Baja Blast drivers are all over the place. Well, Charles, didn't they tell us they were going to wreck quite a bit? And how much time is left on this clock? Minute 15. We have enough time to complete 3 laps. 1 minute, 15 seconds is ticking down. Charles, I'm almost assuming you could swap to time at this moment. 6 laps to go. Green flag's back in the air. The jump on the inside did not go in. It's still the 35, 5, 25, and the 4. Your top 5 as we're going to come to 5 laps remaining, or time. It does not matter. Whichever one comes first. It's 3 wide for 3rd. 23 and Toby Ritters, he's slowing off the pace all the way back there in that 11th place position. Just puts himself 3 laps down. 32 comes off the corner, 4 to go, 3 wide for P number 2 as the 5 gets clear for 2nd after he made incidental contact with the wall. About 4 laps to go under the green flag condition. The 4, Barnes, jumps into that 3rd place position as Ryan Bloom moves up to 4th in the 55. Of Dan West Jr. slides back to the lowest position he's been at all race long. That is the P5 position. Now put in there, white flags in the air, 1 lap to go, sponsored by Click It RV. The 32 of BJ Duvall comes off of turns 3 and 4. He's going to win at Volusia with Barnes sliding into P. Oh, that was close. Can we get a replay of P2's finish? Wow, they finished neck and neck. That was 3/100ths of a second, Charles, that they finished there for P2. Here it is. Here's the finish. Here's the battle for 2nd between the 4 and the 5 in numerical. Didn't finish numerically because they finished 2nd. Somehow they gave that 2nd place finish, Charles, to the 5 of Devin West. Very interesting, because the 4 clearly was ahead when he came across the line. I'll be curious to see what Stewart say of why the 5 finished ahead of the 4. That I'm reversed. maybe I'm crazy and I need to refresh my live timing. Well, either way, there is your unofficial results, because clearly we have two separate scoring pylons. One's right, one's wrong. I'm normally always wrong, but BJ Duvall, wire to wire, led every lap in his heat race, led every lap here in the feature as well. Brian Barnes rebounded up here to the second place position. Devin West, Dan West Jr., Ryan Bloom, Zach Rush, Sean Brightsman is one lap down. Tyler Kim, Roy Grande, John Tucker back there rounding out your top 10. And then we get to the used car lot. Toby Ritters, Jeff Stabnow, William Fletcher, Aaron Cooper, Chad Malik. The Catman James Vining had a very strong qualifying run. He might win one of these dirt races before it's all said and done. And Carl Burke did not start in 17th. We're going to step aside real quick. Come back for the top three finishers here. You have been watching the Northwest Racing Dirt Series live on LSRTV. Coverage of the Northwest Racing Dirt Series brought to you by Nothing. I'm Terry Radford, joined alongside Charles Wooten. Got our second place finisher here in Devin West, and our third place finisher. I don't know which way you finished. Did you finish second or third? My time, it says one, and then Charles says another.
I think I finished third by even a small margin than I finished first last week. So, yeah, not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. My timing literally showed when you crossed the line. It flipped you and Brian Barnes around, and I was like, wait a minute, go back to this. This looked entertaining. Can I see it? But walk me through your race. You caught the wall, a lot of cautions. You stayed second. You really couldn't catch BJ Duvall. But when you had a shot to get around him, he kind of just crossed back under. How fun was this, though?
It's a ton of fun. I like this track. Unfortunately, yeah, BJ was hauling the mail tonight, and then I caused that stupid restart wreck, and my car just wasn't the same after that. Probably should have pitted for a new one. And so, yeah, I mean, that's definitely not an excuse. BJ had me covered regardless. But, yeah, I mean, third isn't bad. I wish I could have got second. I had a little bit of an obstacle there at the end. We had to drive around with Toby, but that's all right. It was fun. I'm looking forward to running this more often. For the whole series, but hopefully much more speed, I guess. Need more practice, apparently.
Well, next week, a little bit different of a challenge. So obviously all dirt tracks are a little different. And what are you going to do to potentially go up there and beat the 32 machine?
Practice, I guess. I mean, that's just it. Is every track is different. They all wear differently and that kind of stuff, and so just learn the characteristics, and then hunting for grip and speed is really all you can do, and you can't do that in the main. There's not enough time. So practice, and I'm not going to be here, unfortunately. I'll be home for spring break, so it'll be all BJ and maybe Dad. We'll see. But But when I come back, yeah, just practice. I mean, I think I got something for BJ. Maybe we'll see. The dude is so fast.
Well, since you're going to be home for spring break, are you going to stand over Dad's shoulders and give him tips?
He doesn't need it. He should have beat me tonight. Surprised he didn't. But maybe I'll go watch. I'll follow. I'll tune in.
Maybe you can join us in the broadcast booth.
Maybe that's not a bad idea. I don't have a computer is the problem. That's what I mean.
Well, I
I have a
mean,
way of.
with modern technology, you know, you have
That's
an
true,
opportunity
that's
to live
true.
to 110. I'm pretty sure I worked LSRTV with a phone before.
Well, if that's the case, then I'll stay in contact. I'll let you know.
That's what I'm saying. Thank your sponsors out there, and thank everybody that tuned in to watch you tonight.
Yeah, obviously a big shout out to everybody who watches. That's pretty much, part of the reason why we do this. Is kind of put on a show a little bit. And then obviously the booth, also TV, you guys broadcast the stuff, make it a ton of fun to go back and watch. And then obviously EWS, King System Hardwood, and Motorsports Distributing. Those guys helped me out a ton, so big shout out to them.
Well, congratulations on 2. That's Devin West in the 5 machine. We'll turn our focus to the race winner and BJ Duvall. And BJ, you kind of said, poking a little fun at me, you know, dirt or asphalt's made to get to the dirt track, and I said that no, dirt's made for paving. It's made to go in a circle and not sling and slide. But you put on an absolute barn burner. I mean, you went from start to finish leading the race, had a 4.5-second lead before the caution came out. One of many cautions that came out. I don't know if our Melbourne, Australia friend out there won her bet or not, but you kind of had a perfect race. So thank your sponsors and tell me from the driver's seat how the race was.
Yeah, the race was pretty good. I mean, any driver would have liked to have seen more green flag runs, but this is a series that's for fun. This is what we expected. We knew coming in that there was going to be a lot of cautions. We're asking a lot of asphalt guys in the Northwest Series to come and race, and so far everybody seems to be having fun, and that's what this is all about. And from the driver's seat for that race, a couple times there, I got a little nervous when Devin. Especially when Devin threw that one slide job, and when he started peeking the inside, because I knew the inside was fast when he was peeking down there, and I wasn't ready to go down yet when he was peeking it. I thought for sure he was going to find it and grab it and be able to take off with it, and then I was going to be forced to go to the inside. So I always have a blast. I have a blast running with everybody out there.
Well, maybe, just maybe, we'll convince our wonderful producer here at LSRTV to put me in the driver's seat for one of these, and we call it while I drive it. And we'll see if we...
Yeah.
No? You don't like that idea?
Well, I mean, that's entirely up to to the wonderful producer here, but I don't know.
We'll wreck a lot of stuff.
This is true. This is very true. Wrecking things is always fun. I actually joked at one point in time. Well, I wouldn't really joke. I was partially serious and asked Devin if he wanted to go with me. I was going to roll down pit road just to start at the rear and not give myself an EOL to do it.
Well, I think that would have been entertaining to see. But thank the people that put that beautiful car out there. You carried your people well, and you had some people out there cheering you on tonight.
Yeah, thank you. I first and foremost, I got to thank everybody over at Northwest and LSRTV for letting the series go on. I've been wanting to race in a good dirt series for quite a while. I've been wanting to be able to put something on like this where everybody just got along. We were able to go out, just have fun, and nobody come out with any hurt feelings or anything like that. And that's what we've accomplished already. Just early in the season, just first couple races, we've already accomplished that so far. Everybody's just out having a blast. Yeah, obviously I want to win. I want to go after the championship. I know Devin and Dan both are going to be tough to go against later on in the season once they start figuring it out a little bit more. And on short tracks especially, I struggle with short tracks, and I really think they're going to be tough to beat at a lot of them. So I think I've accomplished the goal there. But at any rate, back to thanking the sponsors through LSRTV, Northwest. Got to thank UDTV and World of Thunder for always having my back and being behind me as well. Got to thank W Energy. Use code OUTLAWB32 on the website w.gg. Get 10% off everything on the website. I got to thank Team Outlaw Motorsports, everybody over here, and the Team Outlaw Elite. My team's always got my back. They always help me, always encouraging me. Man, I know there's a laundry list of them. I got to thank Brent Spades. Yeah, AJ, Jody, those guys. So, thanks, everybody.
That's a long list. I hope one day I have that as well.
I actually have a longer list somewhere. I have a sheet, but I don't remember where it's at, and I can't remember everything.
Well, when you find the sheet next week, if you win, I want you just to sit there and pull the old Chris Jericho from WCW and just give me a laundry list of thanks for everybody. But BJ, congrats on the win. It was fun watching that 32W machine go up there and lead every single lap and all of it.
Okay, thank you.
All right, that's BJ Duvall, race winner here in round number 2 at Volusia. But that ends our show, Charles. That's the end of this coverage. Next week, you can catch us here, same time, same place, LSRTV. This is the Sim Racing Hub, I would say. We got a good bit of sim racing over here. You can catch it on Monday night for the Click It RV Truck Series. Then you can catch us again Wednesday night for the Click It RV Fix Series. I believe the main series is still going on. You can catch us Thursday, preluding to this show. There's another show that's on that I completely spaced out on what the name is. And then you can catch us right here for the Northwest Race and Dirt Series as well. That'll be round number 3. I don't have the schedule in front of me either because I'm not that smart, but I've been Terry Radford. Charles Wooten's been Charles Wooten. All the gang on the racetrack, from Jeff Stabnow to everybody behind the scenes that help us get this done. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you Monday night for Wesley Outland and Jason Rockefeller for some great racing.